Hello folks, hope you're having a good day and welcome to the Tundra Dude 34 YouTube channel. Today we are going to do the walk around of this beautiful 2025 Toyota Tundra SR5 with the TRD Rally package. This is a new package for 2025 and it resembles a lot of aspects of TRD off-road, but it does have some unique stuff as well. So we will go through this and then through the window sticker. This is about an $8,600 add-on package that encompasses everything, because with the TRD Rally, you could only get it one way, and that is Crew Max 5.5-foot bed, 4x4. It comes in 4 different color options. You could get magnetic gray metallic, you could get ice cap, you could get midnight black, or celestial silver. You will see the Toyota Heritage colors all over the outside of the truck and on the inside, which is a huge part, probably the main part of the TRD Rally package. But we start up front, and this is based off of a regular SR5, so everything's going to be body color. You have the regular SR5 grille, and you have the tri-colors from the Toyota Heritage. If you know Ivan Stewart, the old school TRD racing, these are the colors that followed that for a long time: the yellow, orange, the red. You also have the 360 camera setup here. You got Toyota Safety Sense. You have LED headlights. They're not premium auto leveling. This is SR5. They don't offer that on SR5, but they do the job just fine. You got the fog lights there. You got some sensors. And the only place you're really going to see it say Tundra is down here and on the tailgate of the truck. There's no badges on this truck. You'll see a few of the decals with the colors, but overall there's no badging. It doesn't say SR5, doesn't say Tundra, doesn't even say 4x4 on the back, but it is a 4x4. When we come around to the wheels, fairly similar to the TRD off-road SR5, but the difference is the Toyota center cap there. 265/70 R18 Michelin's, and a nice sidewall, nice all-terrain tire there. There are Bilstein shocks in there as well. Locking rear diff, multi-terrain select, crawl control on this truck. In SR5, there is no moonroof, but it does have a nice package on the inside. Not a lot of extras, but everything you would need for sure. But as we go around the back, I will show you one of the differences for 2025, which is the power up-down tailgate. That is something that hasn't been offered on the Tundra, and the power up-down tailgate is available on the higher-end SR5 and is standard, limited, and up. And you could do it on the inside of the truck, or you could do it with the key, holding the button down, takes the tailgate down. And before we put the tailgate up, I will show you it has the bed lights and outlet in here. We have the bed mat, the Tundra one, composite bed. It doesn't have the spraying line or anything. So you do get the deck rail system as well. So nice options in the bed. And if we hold that button again, it goes back up. Nice and simple. Again, you're not going to have any chrome on here. Tundra across the tailgate. Everything's body color. You got your sensors there. You got the dual tip exhaust from the TRD Pro, which gives it a nice little rumble. So very plain but nice on the outside. There's not a lot going on. You got blind spot monitoring here. Got the LED indicator on the outside. When we open, you will see it has power folding mirrors. There's your mirror adjustment and your standard features for the windows, the locks, and to lock the back windows so they can't go down. This one doesn't come with the all-weather floor liners, unfortunately, but that's an easy add-on. You could always go down in the description of this video if you're looking for floor liners. I have a promo code Lasfit. Click that link, save 15%, site-wide over there. So you got the heated steering wheel option. You have the manual leveler for the headlights. If you're in the higher trim, that's auto leveling, but this leveler you do yourself, just like in the second generation Tundra. I actually prefer this, so you're never going to blind drivers that way. You got the automatic high beams there, and then your standard features that you see on most Tundras here. You got the auto off button, so if you're at a stoplight, the engine won't shut off. This is a button I hit every single day when I get into my Tundras. As far as the inside goes, what's different in here? You're going to see some aspects of the TRD Rally that you won't see on other Tundras. For instance, the seats have the Heritage colors in them, but with the naked eye, they're not bright. They don't look crazy. Even you could barely see it on this one, but when you get in the truck and get closer to it, then you start to see it. So it's kind of faded into the seat nicely, and I love that. These are heated Softex seats, of course. You're going to see some stitching everywhere, okay? And you're going to see the colors over on the dash, and you get that little tray there as well. So the TRD Pro steering wheel with the center line. You got the TRD Pro shifter there as well. You got the sport pedals, and you have, let me get over there, the red TRD engine start button. Now, when we get in the truck, you will see the gauge cluster that is in SR5. If you go limited and up, I should say SR and SR5. If you go limited and up, it's a digital gauge cluster, but again, still does the job just fine. Let's start the truck. It's a little cold out, so this doesn't have the fed-in engine noise, so you actually have a good sound of the engine, which it sounds very good. And here we are with the big 14-inch screen. So you can't do options in this truck like you can in a regular SR5, okay? You have to get the 14-inch screen. This comes pretty loaded up with the cameras, the 360 camera and everything. It doesn't have the digital rear view mirror. It has the regular one, which, you know, no big deal. Black headliners in 2025 on all Tundras. There's no more gray headliners. There's no pano roof or any kind of moon roof in SR5 in the United States, I should say. We all know this. You get your standard sunglass holder there. And also you get this button, which I will turn the camera around. That back window still goes all the way down. So even down in SR5, that's a question I get all the time. That is still a thing. When we come down to some of the options you get here, you got your drive mode, your tow haul, crawl control, multi-terrain select, your four-wheel drive, two-wheel drive selector here. There's your shifter again from the TRD Pro with that red stripe. Up here we have the view button. With it being in park, you get a 360 surround. If you put the truck in drive and you hit the view button, you have an array of different options when it comes to views out there. You can hit the buttons. I'm trying to do this while I'm holding the camera, and you will see all the different options here around the truck. So you have things you can hit there. I always particularly like to be on the one that is in the bed when I'm driving, because I like to make sure anything I have in the bed isn't about to fall out and isn't, you know, all over the place and still secured. But that's just me. We'll put it back to this. If you go into reverse, you have nice sight lines as far as all around the truck over here and, you know, anything directly behind you. And of course you have the tones if you're about to hit stuff as well. So camera does a great job. I love the 14-inch screen. The infotainment system is extremely easy to use. I'm very used to it by this point. Best part about the 14-inch screen, it's not distracting. For people getting in the truck the first time, they may be like, wow, that's a gigantic screen. Is that, you know, is there a purpose for that? Or is it just every auto manufacturer trying to get, you know, bigger and better each time? It does the job great, especially for me. I do a lot of traveling to these dealerships to film Tundras. And when I'm using navigation, you know, it's clear to see what I'm looking at. You know, I don't have to struggle to hit buttons. Everything is easy to hit without looking at it. And that's a good thing because I don't want to be distracted when I'm driving, but extremely simple to use. And this is Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. This right now doesn't have any of that set up as it is not my vehicle, but you can do navigation, you know, through the actual system. There's the music, all the different things you could do in here. This has Sirius satellite radio, AM, FM, you know the deal. You could set up your phone, which is not set up currently. Then there's the truck stuff, information about your MPG and where your MPG is good and bad. You could also do the history of the truck. This truck is fairly new. It only has 519 miles, so there's not a lot of MPG on this yet. Right now, very low MPG, right? I reset it when I got it yesterday, so we'll see what it is at the end. And then here, this is how you set everything up, your personal info, Bluetooth and devices, general information. Very easy to use, very simple software update. So I will say, of all the, you know, Entune systems back in the day and the systems of today for the Toyota Tundra, Entune 3.0 that came out in 2020 on the Toyota Tundra was very easy to use. This is even easier. And you got this gigantic screen to, you know, navigate through everything without having to really get close to see what you're hitting. So it's one thing I like. By the way, this is a black background. I have it set to that. It could also be a white background, or you could have it set so it automatically changes. So in the day it's white and at night it's black like this. I like it like this all the time, but to each their own. Dual zone automatic climate control, of course. You have all the options here. Very similar to other Toyotas there. Locking rear diff. This is your tailgate button, new for 2025, right? Got your hazards, traction control, and that view button. So a very simple interior to use. I always say that about the Toyota Tundra. There's nothing extra in here. It's all purpose built. There's no weird buttons in weird places. Got your trailer brake control there. It's just a very simple interior to use. And once you are in it for, you know, a couple weeks of owning it, you will know extremely easy. One thing I always ask Toyota, please, for the love of God, down in the lower trims, SR and SR5, you get this cool little tray for the passenger where you could put a phone, wallet, book, whatever. When you go up into limited, you lose this. And in the higher trim, same thing. It's not there. This should be on all trims. The more utility, the better, in my opinion. Just saying. So Toyota, if you're listening, when you do your refresh, we want that shelf on all of the trims of Tundra. Glove box, standard glove box. Nothing crazy about that. Get a little shelf in there. But, you know, plenty of room for whatever you need to put in. Center console here. On my 1794, there's a door on top that you could pull up and keep stuff in there. It doesn't have that, no big deal. You could slide this open, or you can open it like this, and you get a big old center console that we're all used to in all generations of Tundra, right? Especially the second gen and the third gen now. Big old center console. They even have the change holder if you still want that, and some USB ports. You got your cup holders there. This does not have wireless charging. That you have to go up into the limited where it becomes an option, and it's standard in the higher trims. When we come to the gauge cluster, like I said, this is not the digital gauge cluster, as you can see, but you do get that information screen in the middle there. So you can just toggle through and do different things to see where you are. 13.3 mpg. That's just after my one trip yesterday of stop and go. So we'll see how we do on the highway with it. We're going to do an mpg test. It is still very new, so 100% not broken in yet. Got the compass there. We got the music. We got the vehicle information, trip, the roll, the pitch, the trailer selection. So you got a lot of different options, just like digital gauge cluster. It's just on a little screen in the middle of the gauge cluster. So, and here's all your Toyota safety sense stuff you could turn on or turn off, whatever you want to do. Vehicle settings, gauge settings, all of that for you there. This is, again, very simple to use if you're new to Toyota Tundra. Just go in and start clicking around and you will get used to it. So this is the 3.4 liter twin turbo V6, of course. There is no hybrid in the SR5, but a beautiful looking truck, a nice little package when it comes to the Toyota Tundra, and it comes to some of the special things they do every once in a while. They got rid of TRD Sport in 2024 or at the end of 2024, and they came out with this. So let me know what you think in the comments below. Once again, this does not have JBL. You're not going to see speakers up here because you can't get JBL in SR5. So like I said, on the outside of the truck, it's loaded up nice size back seat here. You still have the graphics in the seats. There's no heated or cooled function back here. It's just heated front seats. And because this is not the hybrid, you get the under seat storage. Pretty big area to keep all the stuff you want to keep. If you go hybrid, say you're up in limited or above and you pick the hybrid option, you don't get under seat storage when you have the iForce Max because this is where the batteries are. So plenty of room for people back here. As far as getting in, the seat is back in the position I would sit in. I'm 6 foot tall, and as you can see, still plenty of room. Plenty of room over here. It looks like even the center would be okay. Maybe not the tallest of people. My head's not hitting, so that's always a good thing there. You got cup holders here. You got some charging ports, area to put your wallet or phone. You can also, see here, pull this down, and you got some cup holders here as well if it's just you and another passenger or you alone. Nice comfortable back seat. Here's a look at the front from a distance. There's your sport pedals, your red engine start button, the red accents, the stitching. I like the TRD Rally package. Something a little bit different. Wanted to show you this as well. If you pull this up here, you have some storage back here. Nothing too crazy, but you can put a few things back here. There's a front license plate bracket there. There's your tire changing equipment over there. There is ball mount assembly right here. If you pull this out, you see a little area you could keep some tools or something, but just so everybody knows, you have under seat storage and behind the seat storage as well. And here is the power plant, ladies and gentlemen, 3.4 liter twin turbo V6. This truck actually has the TRD air filters in it, so a little extra there for you. If you wanted to buy them for your Tundra, if you already have a new generation, it's about 120, 130 bucks, because don't forget, you need two of them now because it's twin turbo, so you have two air boxes here. But a nice engine here. Let me know what you think. Are you a fan of the 3.4 liter twin turbo V6? And once again, if you are in the higher trims of Tundra, there is another option. It's the 3.4 liter twin turbo V6, but it is a hybrid. So pick and choose and head to Toyota.com, build and price tool, and figure out exactly what you want as far as engine choices and features on your Tundra. All right, let's see what the TRD Rally package gives you on an SR5. This is, of course, a 2025 SR5 Crew Max with the 5.5-foot bed. So what does it add to the sticker? So before they put on any optional equipment, the truck is $51,010. This is, of course, 4x4 as well. So the TRD Rally package is $8,660, and this is what you get. 18-inch TRD alloy wheels with all-terrain tires, tricolor decal on grille, front doors, and tailgate. Off-road suspension with Bilstein shocks, skid plates, mud guards, red TRD start button, TRD leather wrap shift knob, TRD leather wrap steering wheel, electronically controlled locking rear differential, multi-terrain select, crawl control, downhill assist control. Softex trimmed 8-way power adjustable driver front passenger seat with power lumbar, tricolor seat inserts with yellow and orange stitching, heated front seats, and dual zone automatic climate control. That's what you get for the $86.60 as far as the price goes for that package. This also has the spare tire lock for $75, the wheel locks for $105, the TRD Performance air filter for $135, carpet floor mats for $199, ball mount for $89, bed mat for $224. The total price after the delivery fee of $1,945, $62,442 for this TRD Rally Tundra. And don't forget, of all the features we saw on the inside, you can only get this truck one way. You have to get those heated Softex seats. You have to get the 14-inch screen, the power folding mirrors, the 360 camera. It comes like a loaded SR5 with this specific package. Is this something you would consider if you're in the market for a 2025 Toyota Tundra?